Terrell Brandon is proof that you can go home again. This neighborhood hero from Northeast Portland is active in business and his community after a long career as a big-time player in a little man's body. Who can forget the first time they watched Brandon play the game on the courts of Northeast or in a Grant High School uniform? Brandon's quickness and sleight of hand were a marvel to watch. Terrell emerged during a golden age of basketball. From the late 70s to the early 80s, Oregon high schools were cranking out legends who went on to college stardom and the NBA. The likes of Danny Ainge, Charlie Shitten, Richard Washington, A.C. Green, Damon Stoudemire. Little Terrell would lift up the Grant Generals in the red-hot PIL rivalry with Benson and Wilson. Brandon led Grant to the 1988 Class 3A championship, then kept his game at home, signing with the University of Oregon. Brandon's success under Coach Don Monson was immediate. He set Duck records in scoring, assists, and steals. Terrell set a Pac-10 record 4 steals in one game and completely carried the team on his back in 1991, setting the school record for single-season scoring that still stands. TB averaged 26.6 points per game. After just 2 college seasons, Terrell decided to make the jump to the NBA. He was the #1 selection of the Cleveland Cavaliers, the 11th player overall selected in the 1991 draft. Over the next 11 seasons, Brandon was a take-charge leader for the Cavaliers, the Timberwolves, and the Milwaukee Bucks. He was a 2-time All-Star with an impressive career line, averaging 14.6 assists and 2 steals. Terrell was also honored by the league for his community service work, winning Sportsman of the Year honors in 1997. His mother, Charlotte, founded the Mothers of Professional Basketball Players support group. A neighborhood hero from start to finish. Terrell Brandon, the little big man.
My sister Tracy,
Oh,
my brother-in-law Gene,
oh
my
my
niece
goodness. Oh my
Chanel,
goodness. The whole family's
and,
here. Everybody.
everybody, my son Trevor,
Oh my
and
goodness.
my friends JJ, Tim, and my girl Denise Larry's back there as well for TB Enterprises.
Okay.
So we all here.
You're all here. That's great. That's great. Hometown lad, you have never forgotten your hometown, have you?
No, I love the city. This is where it all started for me.
Sure.
Right here in Northeast Portland, Unthank Park, and I'm very proud of where I come from. And my dad, he taught me everything about the game. So I just applied that to what he taught me and stayed in the neighborhood and just tried to put the city on the map.
And you're doing so many wonderful things in the neighborhood, too. Tell me about your days at Grant High School.
Oh, it was wonderful, man. My dad used to drop me off at freshman basketball practice, 6 o'clock in the morning, every morning. And I think that's where my work ethic started, right there. I became more serious. My dad told me to be dedicated to the game, take it seriously. And then I just evolved. Coach John Stillwell, he taught me to be patient. And that's what I did. Played my freshman year, and we had a nice, successful season. And then that's when it started for me. Be on the varsity team, be behind Joe McFerrin and Mark West and
Yes.
Tony Ross, the great Tony Ross. And I was able to watch and learn how Joe McFerrin did his thing and controlled the team. And then after that, my junior year, that's when I took over and tried to put my mark and stamp into Grant history.
And then as it turned out, you went down to Eugene and played for Don Munson. Tell us about your Oregon days.
Tough. Don Munson, if you know about him, he was under Coach Judd. He
Yes.
coached Michigan State, so he was a very tough gentleman. Stayed on us, everyone consistently, which we respected, because he got on the first player along with the 12th man, very consistently the same. And just going down there playing at Matt Court, the great Matt Court, and the fans down there, they was right on top of us every game, screaming, hollering, sleeping outside in tents, getting ready for us to come and play. And, going, to the graveyard across the street, you know about that? So just the whole mystique of being a Duck and being from Portland and being Oregon grown meant a lot to me.
What about the highlight of your college career?
Wow.
Well, you spent, what, 2 years there, and then you went into the pros. But
yes,
can you single out any, maybe a game or a situation?
I would say the Arizona game.
Okay.
They were always, Lou Olson's teams are already ranked high.
Right.
And they came in number 2 in the nation that year. And Coach Munson, he challenged us to come out and play hard and be consistent during the whole game. And that's what we did. We put it on them. And our crowd was there supporting us. And that top scoreboard was shaking and it had the Wildcats intimidated. So I think that helped us out a little bit.
Then you had the opportunity to turn professional. What was that like in your thinking process?
I'll never forget the 11th pick of the 1991 NBA draft.
Yeah.
The Cavaliers select Terrell Brandon at the University of Oregon. And when David Stern said that, it was just the emotions of, my parents, having a father and mother at home, teaching me, my sister Tracy, how it is to, grow up in a society, any society.
Sure.
And then, everybody from the city of Portland who maybe didn't make it, and the pressures of that, it was like, I'm taking everybody with me. All of the guys from my neighborhood who used to beat me up, who used to tell me to get up, and keep playing. Times I was at the park and at the local gyms just playing my butt off, and the dreams that they had of making it into the NBA, they weren't able to make it, but they was rooting for me, a homeboy. Yeah. And so once I heard my name, it was the whole neighborhood. I carried the whole neighborhood with me, and then didn't just take the Brandon family, but I wanted to take the whole neighborhood and the whole state of Oregon with me. And that's what hopefully you say I did that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. It must have been very difficult for you the last couple of 3 years because you were injured. You couldn't play like you wanted to. Tell us about that.
It was as a competitor, but I've been hurt my whole life. So it wasn't anything that I really wasn't adjusted to. My legs were like Forrest Gump when I was a kid. Seriously, I wear corrective boots as a kid because my feet were like this. And it straightened my feet out so I can walk today. Mm-hmm. And so those things, if I think about when, sometimes, something is hurting or, I had 3 surgeries on my left knee, and I have a metal rod in my right leg, and I never complained about anything. My family can tell you I didn't complain. I just rehabbed and got back on the court, and once the doctor said that was it, my father said, well done, son, that's it.
Yeah.
It was easy.
And then you came home.
Came right back to where it started, with the city of Portland, and I'm not leaving. I'll be here, hopefully, God willing, to the rest of my life, and hopefully I'll die right here in the city of Portland.
Well, you are, stand up here with me. Terrell Brandon, you are a gentleman and a scholar. You've done it all for us. You've excited so many people. You are a credit to the world of sports and to your hometown and to your state. And on this night, September the 26th, 2006, Terrell Brandon inducted into the state of Oregon Sports Hall of Fame. Your state.
Thank you.